Best way to start a conversation with a younger woman. Welcome, gentlemen, to the training course on how to conquer the hearts of young women. This coaching is for guys in their 30s, 40s and 50s, guys who want to get a girlfriend who's far younger, beautiful and head-turning hot. Perhaps you're fed up with hoping, praying and waiting for years that a girl will just fall into your lap through those pointless dating apps. We're here. You know, every young woman wants to talk to an interesting guy. So, how do you approach a younger woman in a way that's both effective and respectful? We've got 5 conversation starters that are not only practical, but also backed by psychological insights. These openers are designed to break the ice and set the stage for a meaningful connection. You're going to want to stick around for all 3 of these because the very third one is my favorite. You can't go wrong with it. First, you need to thoroughly prepare the mindset you'll bring. Preparation. First off, it's important to remember that confidence is key. As the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." In this context, it means that the best way to counteract any negative stereotypes about older men is to be confident, genuine, and respectful. Women of all ages appreciate these qualities, and they can make a significant difference in your interactions. Now let's address the elephant in the room, fear of rejection. It's something every man has faced at some point, regardless of age. Rejection can sting, but it's not the end of the world. In fact, it's a valuable learning experience. Every time you step out of your comfort zone and start a conversation, you build resilience. Think of it as a muscle that gets stronger with use. Another important aspect to keep in mind is the concept of genuine interest. Younger women, like anyone else, can sense when someone is being authentic or just putting on a facade. Show real curiosity about who they are and what they're interested in. This doesn't mean you have to feign interest in everything they talk about, but finding common ground can be a great starting point. And an introduction always needs to be gentle and considerate. There's something called perfect timing or the golden moment, the ideal time to do something. She definitely doesn't want to be approached by a guy while she's eating a pastry or in a bad mood. That's your first challenge. Observe her for a bit to make sure everything is going well and she's in a comfortable mood. Don't expect to arrive like a sudden rain in 40-degree heat. That's a high-risk choice, my friend. Be a refreshing breeze in the autumn weather, gentle and pleasant. This is a safer approach and will make her remember you for quite a while. That's just mental preparation. Now, let's dive into some specific ways to impressively start a conversation with a young woman. If you're ready, comment below "I'm ready" to start exploring the psychology of young women right away. First strategy, the Doppelganger girlfriend opener. Imagine you're walking down the street or sitting at a cafe and you spot a young woman who catches your eye. You feel the nerves creeping in, but you remember the first strategy, the Doppelganger girlfriend opener. This approach leverages the psychological principle that women are often attracted to men who seem to be pre-selected by other women. Here's how it works. You walk up to her with a relaxed, confident demeanor and say, "Hey, you with the red jacket. I was just on my way to grab a coffee when I noticed you. You look remarkably like someone I used to date about the same age too. For a second, I thought you were her. I just had to come and say hello." Let's break down why this works. Firstly, it's a compliment, but not in the usual, overused way. You're not just saying she's pretty, you're implying that she reminds you of someone you had a significant connection with. This subtly conveys that you have experience with women her age, and that it's perfectly normal for you, which can help ease any concerns about the age gap. Additionally, this opener taps into the idea of social proof. The fact that you've dated someone like her before suggests that you're a desirable partner. It's a psychological nudge that says, "Other women have found me attractive, and you might too." Now, the key to making this opener work lies in your delivery. Confidence is crucial. If you're nervous or hesitant, it will undermine the message you're trying to send. Stand tall, maintain eye contact, and smile. Your body language should match the relaxed, easygoing nature of your words. Then you can steer the conversation and casually ask for her name and some information. You've got this unique vibe that's really intriguing. By the way, what's your name? This is a smooth and natural way to start a conversation. She will be drawn into your story without realizing you had it planned from the beginning. Now, just look at what this opener is demonstrating and doing for you. It's showing the girl that you have dated younger women just like her before. You have dated women that look like her before. It is normal for you. It is natural for you. And it puts the girl at ease. It makes her feel more comfortable that you might be 10 or 20 or even 30 years older than herself, that you are completely cool about it. You've dated girls like her that look like her, right? So it must be normal, and it shows her that you are pre-selected by other women just like her. To make this conversation starter truly effective, focus on your delivery. If you come across as nervous, speak too quickly, avoid eye contact, or display closed-off body language, the message you're trying to convey about having dated younger women won't come across as genuine. Your words need to be backed up by your tone and body language. If they don't match, the girl will sense a disconnect and the approach will likely fall flat. Conversely, if you present yourself with confidence, maintaining a relaxed and steady demeanor, you'll find this opener can be highly effective. When delivered well, it captures attention and piques curiosity, drawing the girl into the conversation and making a memorable impression. Remember, the goal is to make her feel comfortable and interested in continuing the conversation. A final tip: practice makes perfect. The more you use this opener, the more natural it will feel. And don't be discouraged if it doesn't work every time. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Each interaction is an opportunity to learn and improve. What do you think about this strategy? Do you think it will be effective or could it backfire? Share your thoughts below. Second strategy: the bold confidence approach. The second opening line, the second conversation starter you can use on a much younger woman, is to use an over-the-top, cocky, full-throttle, balls-to-the-wall opener, where you're so audacious, so entitled, that you become simply undeniable to her. When aiming to captivate a younger woman with a significant age gap, adopting an unapologetic confidence can be a game-changer. Imagine approaching a woman who has given you a few lingering glances. This is your cue to step in with a blend of assertiveness and charm. Start with an approach that reflects unyielding self-assurance. I noticed you looking my way a few times. I have to ask, what's got you so intrigued? This line sets a confident tone and flips the usual dynamic, placing you in the role of the desirable one who's in control of the interaction. And whatever she says, completely ignore it. Hold your frame. Act like she's the aggressor here. Well, if you're going to keep looking at me, you might as well say hello and tell me your name. What's your name? Who are you? Right? And just continue the conversation from there. Confidence is magnetic. It's not just about the words you say, but the way you say them. When you convey that you are comfortable with yourself and assertive in your approach, it piques curiosity and interest. It shows you're not only self-assured but also daring enough to take the lead. This can be especially compelling if you're older, as it breaks the mold of what she might expect. When you exude natural confidence, you create an impression that's hard to ignore, making you stand out from the usual crowd of hesitant or overly polite suitors. However, authenticity is crucial. The aim is not to come off as forceful or insincere. Instead, the key is to maintain a relaxed, genuine attitude while projecting confidence. Smile, make and hold eye contact, and keep your body language open. Your relaxed demeanor will reinforce that you're not just confident, but also genuine and approachable. Keep in mind, gentlemen, that confidence is a huge draw for women, and a touch of boldness can work wonders. When you use this opener with a laid-back attitude and a confident smile, you're not just striking up a conversation. You're radiating an air of assuredness that's likely to be unlike anything she's experienced before. This is the kind of confidence that makes you stand out, and it's something younger women don't often encounter in older men. Many older men tend to come across as overly reserved or excessively polite, akin to an overly familiar uncle. They often hesitate, which can lead to missed opportunities. But when you approach with a self-assured demeanor, you're presenting yourself as a man who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to go after it. This bold approach can be refreshing and exciting, creating a dynamic where the woman is intrigued and engaged from the outset. I've found that using this strategy with women who are already giving you the eye can instantly elevate their interest. It's a dramatic shift from the usual routine, where most men are cautious and subdued. By confidently framing the interaction from the start as though she's pursuing you, you set a powerful tone. This shift in perspective can be thrilling for many women, especially those who thrive on the excitement of the chase. This opener not only captures attention but also creates a scenario where she feels drawn to pursue you, increasing the chances of a genuine connection. Your bold confidence not only captures attention but also sets the stage for deeper engagement. As you carry forward the conversation, your ability to handle her reactions smoothly and maintain a genuine connection will further strengthen your appeal. This method isn't just about making an impression. It's about establishing a foundation for a potential connection that feels both exciting and authentic. Third strategy, the suspense opener. Alright, gentlemen, the third conversation starter, the third opener you want to use with a younger woman, is a suspense opener. This is where you go up to the girl and you build suspense with her, and it's that suspense that's going to pull her right into the conversation and keep her 2 feet planted in one spot, at least long enough for you to give her a sample of your charisma and your personality. When you spot a woman who intrigues you, the goal is to spark her curiosity without giving everything away right from the start. Approach her with a confident demeanor and start with a statement that teases her interest. For example, you might say, "There's something about you that caught my attention." This opening line is deliberately vague, creating an air of mystery that invites her to ask more questions. It's this sense of intrigue that makes the conversation starter so effective. The beauty of using suspense as a conversation starter is that it taps into a fundamental human trait, our natural curiosity. When you say something that hints at an interesting story or observation, but doesn't immediately elaborate, you set the stage for a conversation that is both engaging and dynamic. This approach is powerful because it makes her feel as though she's stepping into an unfolding narrative, where she is eager to discover more about you. The key to making this work is in how you deliver your line. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. Your tone should be casual yet confident, with a hint of mystery. Avoid sounding nervous or unsure, as this can undermine the effect. Instead, maintain a relaxed and assured demeanor. This confidence will signal to her that you're someone worth paying attention to, and it will make her more likely to engage with you. Silence plays a crucial role in this strategy. After your initial statement, allow a brief pause before she has a chance to respond. This pause creates an opportunity for her to feel compelled to ask questions or seek more information. It's this space of uncertainty that fuels her curiosity and encourages her to initiate further conversation. During this pause, it's important to remain composed and to avoid filling the silence with unnecessary chatter. As the conversation progresses, your goal is to build on the initial intrigue. Once she responds to your opening line, you can provide a bit more detail about what you find interesting. For instance, you might follow up with, "You have this unique presence that I don't come across very often. I just had to come over and see what it's all about." This type of follow-up continues to play into the sense of mystery, while also giving her a glimpse of what piqued your interest. Maintaining the sense of suspense throughout the conversation can keep her engaged and interested. Ask open-ended questions about her interests and experiences, and share a bit about yourself in a way that builds on the initial intrigue. Personal stories or observations can deepen the connection and keep the conversation flowing naturally. The aim is to create a dialogue that feels both spontaneous and genuine, without revealing too much too soon. It's also important to recognize that not everyone will respond positively to this approach. Some people might not be as receptive to the element of suspense, or may prefer more straightforward communication. In such cases, it's essential to handle the interaction gracefully. If she seems uninterested or uncomfortable, politely acknowledge her reaction and consider transitioning to a different topic or gracefully ending the conversation. The goal is to create a positive interaction not to force a connection. Using suspense as a conversation starter can be highly effective, but like any skill, it requires practice. It's important to refine your approach based on your experiences and to remain adaptable. Each interaction is an opportunity to learn and improve your technique. Over time, you'll develop a better sense of how to use suspense to your advantage and how to tailor your approach to different individuals and situations. In essence, the suspense opener is about creating a sense of anticipation and excitement that draws a younger woman into a conversation. By starting with a provocative statement and allowing curiosity to take its course, you can capture her attention and make a memorable first impression. Remember, the key is to deliver your line with confidence and to embrace the power of silence as a tool for engagement. With practice and patience, you'll find that the suspense opener can become a powerful and effective strategy for initiating meaningful conversations and forging genuine connections. Before we jump into the next exciting content, do us a quick favor, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It helps more than you know. Thanks for your support. Now let's continue. Fourth strategy, the playful tease. One of the most effective ways to start a conversation with a younger woman is through playful teasing. This approach showcases your sense of humor, confidence, and ability to create a light-hearted atmosphere, all of which are highly attractive qualities. The key here is to strike a balance between being playful and respectful, ensuring that the teasing is friendly and non-offensive. Imagine you're at a sports bar and you notice a younger woman wearing a jersey of your favorite team. You could initiate the conversation with a playful tease like, "I see you're a fellow fan. You've got good taste, but I have to ask, do you think they'll win this season?" This line is perfect because it immediately establishes common ground while injecting a bit of humor and challenge into the interaction. It shows that you're confident enough to engage her in a light-hearted debate and that you have a playful side. To effectively use this strategy, your delivery is crucial. Approach her with a relaxed demeanor, a smile on your face, and maintain eye contact. Confidence is contagious and makes your playful tease come off as charming rather than arrogant. The setting is equally important. Environments like social gatherings, sporting events, or casual get-togethers are ideal. If she's engaged in something serious or appears busy, it might not be the right moment. Pay attention to her body language and facial expressions. If she smiles or laughs, you've hit the mark. If she seems taken aback or uncomfortable, quickly pivot the conversation to something more neutral to ease any tension. After the initial tease, transition into a more genuine conversation. "I'm kidding. They've actually been doing pretty well. By the way, how long have you been a fan?" This shows that while you enjoy teasing, you're also genuinely interested in getting to know her. The goal of playful teasing is to create a fun and engaging interaction, so avoid sensitive topics or anything that might be misinterpreted. Stick to light-hearted subjects like sports, favorite movies, or quirky habits. The beauty of playful teasing is that it breaks the ice in a memorable way. It shows that you're not just another guy trying to start a conversation, but someone who's confident, fun, and engaging. Women appreciate a man who can make them laugh and feel at ease, and playful teasing does exactly that. A quote from Marcus Aurelius can add depth to this strategy. "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing." In the context of playful teasing, this quote reminds us that interactions like wrestling involve a bit of give and take. It's about engaging, challenging, and creating a dynamic where both parties are actively participating and enjoying the moment. Remember, the goal is to create a light-hearted and engaging atmosphere that makes her want to keep talking to you. So next time you're looking for an opening line, don't be afraid to use a little humor and tease your way into a great conversation. This approach not only helps you stand out, but also sets the tone for a potentially rewarding interaction, leaving her intrigued and eager to know more about you. Fifth strategy, the subtle compliment on her style. When it comes to starting a conversation with a younger woman, a well-placed, genuine compliment can be incredibly effective. One of the best ways to do this is by complimenting her style in a subtle yet meaningful way. This approach not only shows that you notice the details, but also that you appreciate the effort she puts into her appearance. Imagine you're at an art gallery, a coffee shop, or even just walking through a park, and you see a younger woman whose outfit catches your eye. You could start the conversation with something like, "I love how you've put together your outfit. It's very unique and stylish. Do you have a favorite designer or style icon?" This compliment is specific and thoughtful, demonstrating that you have a keen eye for detail and genuine interest in her tastes. The key to making this strategy work is authenticity. Your compliment should feel sincere, not rehearsed or generic. It's about noticing something truly unique about her style, whether it's the way she accessories, the color combinations she uses, or a particular piece of clothing that stands out. This level of attention shows that you're observant and appreciative, qualities that are very attractive. Approach her with confidence, a warm smile, and direct eye contact. Your body language should be open and relaxed, conveying that you're genuinely interested and approachable. Timing is also crucial. Make sure the moment feels right. If she seems busy or distracted, wait for a more opportune moment. The beauty of this strategy lies in its simplicity and effectiveness. A subtle compliment on her style not only makes her feel good about herself, but also opens the door to a more meaningful conversation. It shows that you're not just interested in her looks, but also in her personality and preferences. A quote from Marcus Aurelius can lend some philosophical depth to this approach. "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." By noticing and appreciating her style, you're essentially seeing the outward expression of her inner self. It's a way of connecting with her on a deeper level, appreciating the choices that reflect her individuality. In addition to clothing, you can extend this strategy to other aspects of her style, such as her hairstyle, accessories, or even the way she decorates her personal space if the situation allows. The key is to be observant and genuine. Your earrings are really unique. They look handmade. Do they have a special meaning? Or, "I love how you've decorated your workspace. It's very creative and inviting. Do you enjoy interior design?" These compliments show that you notice the finer details and appreciate the effort she puts into expressing herself. By focusing on her style, you're giving her an opportunity to talk about something she's passionate about, which can make her feel more comfortable and open up to you. It also sets a positive tone for the interaction, as everyone appreciates being noticed and complimented for their efforts. This strategy is particularly effective because it combines a compliment with a question, inviting her to share more about herself. It shows that you're not just making a superficial comment but are genuinely interested in her tastes and preferences. This depth of interest can be very appealing, especially in a world where superficial conversations are all too common. Gentlemen, let's share some tips to keep the conversation genuinely interesting. If you make a great first impression but don't know how to maintain the conversation, it's like lifting her up high only to drop her. This can really kill the mood, so take note. Tips to make the conversation interesting. First, be genuinely curious about her interests and passions. People love talking about things they care deeply about, so ask open-ended questions that encourage her to share more. For instance, if she mentions she enjoys hiking, you might ask, "What's the most memorable hike you've ever been on?" Or, "Do you have any favorite trails around here?" These types of questions show that you're interested in her experiences and opinions, and they open the door for her to share stories and insights. Another effective tactic is to share relatable stories from your own life. When she talks about her interests or experiences, try to find common ground and share a similar story or experience from your past. This creates a sense of connection and helps her see that you have shared interests or experiences. For example, if she mentions traveling, you could say, "I love traveling too. One of my favorite trips was to Italy. Have you ever been there?" This not only keeps the conversation going, but also makes it more personal and engaging. Humor is another powerful tool to keep the conversation interesting. Light, Playful teasing, as mentioned in the fourth strategy, can add a fun element to the interaction. However, it's essential to be mindful of the context and her reactions. Avoid making jokes at her expense or touching on sensitive topics. Instead, focus on light-hearted observations or funny anecdotes from your own life. For example, if you're at a coffee shop and she orders a complicated drink, you could say with a smile, "Wow, that's quite the order. I'm impressed. I can barely remember to ask for a regular coffee." This kind of humor shows your playful side and can make the conversation more enjoyable. Active listening is crucial. Show that you're paying attention by nodding, making eye contact, and giving verbal affirmations like, "I see," "That's interesting," or "Tell me more about that." Reflecting back what she says can also be effective. For example, if she talks about a recent project at work, you might say, "It sounds like you're really passionate about your work. What do you enjoy most about it?" This demonstrates that you're engaged and value what she's sharing. Transitioning between topics smoothly can also help maintain the flow of the conversation. When one topic starts to wind down, gently steer the conversation to a related subject. For example, if you've been talking about her favorite books, you might transition to discussing movies by saying, "I love how books can transport you to different worlds. Are you into movies as well? What's the last great film you watched?" This keeps the conversation dynamic and prevents it from hitting a dead end. Compliments, when used sparingly and appropriately, can keep the conversation positive and engaging. Compliment her insights, her sense of humor, or her enthusiasm for a particular topic. For instance, "I love how passionate you are about your hobbies. It's really refreshing to meet someone with such enthusiasm." Compliments like these focus on her personality and interests, rather than just her appearance, and show that you appreciate her as a person. Incorporating some elements of surprise can also make the conversation more interesting. Share an unexpected fact or a surprising story related to the topic at hand. For example, if you're discussing travel, you might share a quirky tradition from a country you visited, like, "Did you know in Spain they have a festival where people literally throw tomatoes at each other? It's called La Tomatina." These little surprises can spark further conversation and keep things lively. Lastly, be mindful of the balance between talking and listening. Aim for a natural back-and-forth exchange, rather than dominating the conversation or making it all about yourself. This balance helps build mutual interest and keeps the interaction dynamic. A quote from Epictetus can be a guiding principle here. "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This Stoic wisdom emphasizes the importance of listening in any conversation. By prioritizing her words and responding thoughtfully, you'll create a more engaging and meaningful dialogue. In summary, keeping a conversation interesting involves a mix of genuine curiosity, relatable stories, humor, active listening, smooth transitions, well-placed compliments, surprising elements, and a balanced exchange. With these strategies, you can ensure that your conversations remain engaging and enjoyable, leaving a lasting positive impression. As we wrap up our deep dive into the best ways to start a conversation with a younger woman, let's recap the essential strategies. The key to making a memorable first impression is to approach with confidence, authenticity, and a touch of charisma. Whether you choose a playful tease, a genuine compliment on her style, or a unique icebreaker, the goal is to engage in a way that feels natural and respectful. Remember, it's not just about the words you use, but how you deliver them. A relaxed demeanor, a warm smile, and an open mind are crucial. If you found these tips valuable, please hit that like button and share this video with others who might benefit from these insights. Your feedback is important to us, so we'd love to hear about your experiences or any conversation starters that have worked for you. Drop a comment below. For more valuable tips and expert advice on navigating relationships, subscribe to our channel. We're committed to helping you enhance your social skills and build meaningful connections. Thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to bringing you more great content in our next video. We're here to help you navigate the complexities of connecting with others, no matter the age gap. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more content that can transform your approach to dating and relationships. See you in the next video.